Welcome back. So we are in the middle of this, winter storm warning, and why not avoid the roads? Curl up with a good book. I'm so jealous of you if you get to do this right now because I had to come in. But here with a few suggestions is Lynn Quintrell, owner of Appletree Books. This is the perfect day.
Could we have timed this better?
It is the perfect day. I think you're going to motivate
better.
people to say, let me go pick my new favorite books for the season. So on a day like this, I can just curl up with a nice cup of coffee or tea.
Right,
read.
and this is escapism reading.
And I
on
love
lots
that.
of levels.
Escaping the mess
The
that we're
weather.
in, right?
Right.
Well,
Right.
let's get through your list. I want to make sure you get to all of them.
Let's start with the flight portfolio. It takes you to Marseille in 1941. It's the story about Varian Fry, who was a Harvard-educated guy who decided he wanted to help save the intellectual and artistic minds of Europe from the Nazis. So he goes over, sets up this whole network to get Hannah Arendt, Max Ernst, Marcel Duchamp, and Marc Chagall, among many others, out of France. But what's awesome about this book is the job that Julie Oranger does to make you feel the sense of impending doom in Vichy France. As you can feel the Nazis coming, Varian Fry is trying to get all these people out. An amazing, amazing story.
Right. You're escaping into another world.
Amazing story.
Wow, okay.
Okay, The Fountains of Silence, which is this one here, takes place in Madrid in 1957. And interestingly enough, just recently, they exhumed Francisco Franco's body from the tomb in Spain that he had requested to be buried in. Well, this deals with the repression in his government. It's about an American, an 18-year-old American who goes to Madrid. He takes photographs. His dad wants him to be in the oil business with him. This kid says, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to take photographs. Well, he takes some controversial photographs of the Guardia Civil, the police. Gets him in a little bit of trouble. He meets a maid in the Hilton who he bonds with on many levels. And it's their story and how he really cannot get Spain out of his heart.
Wow, so there's a love for Spain, for maybe a love interest, so...
Yeah,
okay.
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Now, The Lager Queen of Minnesota is the quintessential Midwestern book. It's about two sisters. They both are part owners in a farm. Their father dies. Dad leaves the farm to one, not to the other. So what happens to the other sister? Well, very interestingly enough, the one who's very successful, who inherits the farm, she has like a heart of, an ice cold heart. The other one, who has no money, she makes awesome pies. She manages somehow to pull it together. And her granddaughter helps save the family relationships down the road. As she learns to become, her granddaughter becomes the Lager Queen of Minnesota.
Now that sounds like it would be a great movie, turned into a great movie.
I think so. He wrote a great book before this called Kitchens of the Great Midwest, which was a little quirky. This is a little quirky too, but it's really a great story about family.
Love that. Okay, well, heartwarming. Okay. Golden Hour.
The Golden Hour. Well, if you're into the Duke and Duchess of Windsor in the Bahamas in 1940, this is your story. It's a book about a young gal who goes to the Bahamas to write a social piece about the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. She meets a guy. He's a little mysterious. Actually, she's newly widowed. Why might that be? There's a mystery behind her and a mystery behind the guy she falls in love with while working for the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. It's a great story and tropical, perfect for this time of year.
Oh, yes. Makes you think of, you're going to want to get on your own getaway after you read something like this, but that sounds really good. That would be, I would like that one.
The next one is called Singapore Sapphire. It takes place in Singapore in 1910. It's about a woman who wants to have a fresh start. Well, a lot of people had a fresh start in Singapore at the turn of the century. So she goes to live with her brother in Singapore, who's a headmaster of a school. She decides, okay, I'm going to make a little bit of money for myself. I'll put myself out there as a personal secretary to somebody. She reports the first day for work, and guess what? The guy's dead with a dagger in his throat. Okay, so what's that about? Anyway, lots of intrigue and lots of great, again, tropical atmosphere.
Okay, so here's the deal. Appletreebooks.com is a place where you can go if you want more information, but again, your location is right in Cleveland Heights.
Cedar Fairmount neighborhood of Cleveland Heights.
Thank you so much for coming.
Well, thanks for having us.
It is absolutely time to get a good book in those hands.